Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to learn about basics of OpenAPI. What is OpenAPI and why do we need to learn from Oracle's perspective? Oracle has announced that the API management available on Oracle Cloud supports now OpenAPI. As you can see over here, we can create our documentation using OpenAPI, Swagger tool or any other tool which supports OpenAPI and bring our own OpenAPI file and import into our API gateway while creating an API in Oracle Cloud. Now, what is OpenAPI specification? In short, it's called as OAS. It is a standard and language agnostic interface that is to define the RESTful APIs, which allows both humans and computers to discover, understand the capabilities of the service. Without access to the source code, we can even document or through network traffic inspection. If we want to document our service, which is exposed over REST protocol, then OpenAPI very good using which we can define the specification, and by looking at which the service consumers can consume our services without access to the source code or without having the communication between developers and the service consumers. So by looking at the documentation itself, the service consumer will come to know how to consume the API, what will be the request and the response format, what are the do's and don'ts while accessing the APIs. Now I'm here in the GitHub repository for OpenAPI specification. If you don't know how to traverse to this, you have to type OpenAPI specification. There is this Swagger. We'll discuss about Swagger shortly. Swagger is one of the tools with which we can create OpenAPI specification, that is defining the standards and OpenAPI documentation. There is this GitHub repository over here. Click on this. If you want the documentation, you have to go for these versions. Under versions, we'll go for this 3.0.0. So over here, you will find the OpenAPI specification documentation, and there is the table of content. There are a few definitions provided over here. OpenAPI document, path template, media types. What are the media types supported by OpenAPI documentation? HTTP status. We'll discuss all those things shortly. There are the versions. Even in the GitHub repository, you will find the documentation for each and every releases available. OpenAPI specification is itself a JSON object, but could be represented either with JSON or YAML. But we'll make use of YAML in our videos going ahead. There are a few documentation on data types, document structures, href. We'll discuss how we can use these references and all. These are the data types which are supported when you are creating property or any other variable within the OpenAPI specifications. So we can make use of integer, long, float, double string. We can create the documentation as well in the same specification. We don't need another file to manage the descriptions or the documentation. There is this OpenAPI object. This is the root document object for the OpenAPI document. So these are the flex fields. So these are the, we can say, as the basic building block for while creating the OpenAPI specifications. For the first flex field is OpenAPI itself. Using OpenAPI, we can define the versions. So if you are making use of 3.0.2, we can mention that. Under info, if you click on this info objects, it will open the documentation for info object. This will basically carry the title of the application for which we are creating the OS, and description, terms of service, contact. As I told, OS OpenAPI is itself a JSON object. Under context, you can provide the name, URL, email ID. Coming to the path, path is a very important thing while creating OpenAPI specification. So here we are going to define the relative paths, that is /pet/products. What should be your relative URI over here? Mention it over here. So this path will be appended to your server object's URL in order to construct the full endpoint. Get, put, post, delete options. These are the few HTTP methods. Like this, we can have a path item objects over here, HTTP method, and it will carry out its own description, summary, what are the responses. In case of request, we need to pass the request body, and if you are passing the parameters, okay, like the name, ID. Next is the components, how we can build a reusable code. This is what defines the components. So we can make use of components and create our schemas which could be reused, or we can reference the schemas are referenced in multiple places. We can have a schema for the responses in case of error or in case of the common response which is returned by multiple methods. Even the parameters like the template or the query parameters, we can have a component and refer. Security, tags, external docs, all those things. For details, you can click on every type link over here and go through the examples. Now, in order to work with OpenAPI specification, we are making use of the Swagger. In order to work with the Swagger editor, we can install the Swagger editor and Swagger UI locally in your Windows or Mac machine. In order to install the editor, we have to go for the Swagger editor on the Swagger API repo. On the right hand side, there is this releases. So this is the latest release. We can click on this. We can click on the source code and install and follow the instructions. Okay, In order to download the Swagger UI, the steps are same. On the right side there is this releases. Click on this, get the source code and install the Swagger locally and get started with Swagger editor. But if you don't want to install that locally, then there is an option for the online editor as well. So if you just Google this with Swagger editor, there is this link for editor.swagger.io. It has opened the editor for us. As I was saying, these are the few flex fields. Open API, we can give the document version. Here is given as a Swagger, but in our case, we can write Open API and the version like Open API 3.0.0. Under info, like what it has provided over here. And the good thing about Swagger UI is Swagger editor, it will show the errors on the right hand side immediately at the real time. Let me revert these changes to Swagger itself. Info, flex field, we can define the description like how it is provided over here, version of the API, terms of service, contact details, license. We can create a tags like how it is created over here, like name, pet, store, and include the tags over here within our path so that it will display it over here like this. So coming to the path, we can have the path provided over here. We can include the multiple paths like how it is defined over here, /pet find by status. Okay, each pet could have a method that is post get what we had seen. So for more details, you can check this OpenAPI specification documentation over GitHub. In our next video, we'll learn how we can create a basic API for get HTTP method with the help of OpenAPI standards in Swagger editor. Thank you for joining us in this video.